In the walk, oh. In the walk, oh. My name is Scholastica Ngozembanogo. I reside in Omahia. My first testimony, I am thanking God for his journey mercies upon my life. There was an issue that came up in our office. So that thing led to traveling to Abuja. We were many. So I prayed to God of the work to vindicate me in that particular issue. My dear brothers and sisters, before then, I sent an SMS text to our prophet, though he didn't reply, but I knew that he prayed on my behalf. Traveling to Abuja, I was the first person to be in that office because I wanted to know what the problem was. But how God could have it, my dear, I was being pampered like an egg. When I met them, I was discharged and acquitted to the glory of God. So I come to return all the glory to this God of the world who did it. That thing could have been a serious problem, if not this God of the world. I really thank God for that. The second one, in the month of February, one of my nieces got missing. So around 11:30 to 12 midnight, my mom called me and told me that that girl, she's living with the auntie, the father is late. She called me that the auntie called her that Shina Sharam hasn't come back from school since morning she left, and that they gave her money to buy some food items that they will use that day. So my mom was shivering. I told her not to worry. I asked her, have you forgotten where I belong? Have you forgotten I'm a daughter of the work? That nothing, as far as I referred to page 10 of the daily testimonies, for my sake, deliver my family, O Lord. So I told my mom not to worry, that that girl, wherever she is, must come back. Though I was worried as a human being. Because if that thing could have happened, it could have been the third grandchildren that my mother could have been buried before her sight. The other two happened in ignorance. Yes. But this, as I belong to the work, I said that could not happen. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I now brought out my Idewok anointing oil. My weapon, one of the weapons we have here. I brought out the girl's picture in my phone. I anointed her with the work oil. I decreed some words upon her life, that wherever she is, any evil hand holding her should leave her. After that, as if that was not enough, I brought out our daily testimony, one of the daily testimonies, where the picture of my prophet is. I brought out the girl's picture, brought out that daily testimony where our prophet's picture is, placed my prophet's picture on top of her picture, and asked the spirit of my prophet to go and locate that girl wherever she is and set her free. My dear brothers, because we were envisaging maybe kidnapping or ritualist. So, after that spiritual exercise, joy came into me. I slept off. Early in the morning, my mom called me that the auntie that girl is living with called her. That the girl called that she should send her the sum of 3,000 naira. I couldn't ask any question. What I asked was, where did she say she was? She said that was not what she asked. My dear, after some hours, the auntie now called me direct, telling me what happened. I told the auntie, maybe you don't know, I'm a daughter of the work. Anything that happened, nothing will happen to that girl. I told my mom that that girl must come back, wherever she is. So, let me cut it short. When the girl came back, I called back. I called her. They told me she was sleeping. I now returned my call. She picked that call. I told her, I asked her, Shineshira, what actually happened? She said she boarded the keke from Onisha after school. Inside the keke, one of the boys alighted. She entered inside. When she entered, they didn't move quite a long distance. One of the boys brought out a gun that if she talks, they will shoot her. After that she knew when they passed, those of us that know Savoy Junction in Oka Road, that she knew when they passed Savoy Junction, after that she didn't know anything. Where she found herself was in a bush. So, she was there. She didn't know what to do. After some time, one of the boys, all of them left. The remaining one, they kept one with her. She looked around that she didn't know the strength that came into her. She now saw a very big stone around that place. Carried the stone, hit that boy on the head, and ran away. So, as she was running, that night she met, a place where there was a house. She narrated her ordeal with an old woman, an aged woman anyway. That was what she told me. Do you understand? So even, unfortunately, or fortunately, if I may say, her period started that night. Maybe because of that stress. The woman helped her. So the money was got. She came back safely. Nothing happened to her. To the glory of God, I am returning all the glory to this God of Idewok. Since I located this Idewok, it has been so faithful. Idewok!